There's those that have been hacked and those that don't know that they have been hacked. I don't want to scare you, Gun, but you're probably already hacked. Everybody is getting hacked these days. I'm just curious, why do you think that is? Why do you think that hacking is become such a huge problem?
I don't think it's so much a hacking problem as it is really a societal issue.
I think you touched on something really deep and philosophical.
Mm.
If you've ever read Plato's Republic, Plato's actually, talking to his mentor Socrates, and they say that society is a reflection of the inner person, the inner soul. And so when you start to have problems with hacking in society, it's really a reflection, like you said, of something going wrong inside of us. And so, for example, would you ever walk over to your neighbor's Tesla and try to hack into it? No, because your neighbor might walk out and see you. But what's happened is people in foreign countries, they have no fear of being caught. And so when you have this distribution of distance, you don't necessarily fear, I think, being caught or this punishment sort of thing. But why is it increasing at such a big rate? The problem with ransomware in particular, right,
Mm.
has just exponentially exploded.
Cybersecurity experts say a new ransomware attack is endangering hundreds of U.S. companies. The hackers reportedly targeted a software supplier called Kaseya. Hackers have reportedly demanded $5 million in ransom from at least 8 companies.
Every day, there's thousands of companies that are getting ransomed, and they have a very difficult decision. They have either permanent data loss where they go out of business. 50% of businesses, Gun, that get ransomed go out of business.
Wow.
Because they can't pay the ransom, and because they can't pay the ransom because it's too expensive, that now all their data is gone and they just can't recover from that type of a loss. So we're dealing with a major epidemic, and this is a big problem. Patriot is on the front lines, guarding companies from threat actors that want to get in, hack to deploy ransomware. And so we specialize in implementing security solutions from Microsoft in particular, but also just really good security practices to protect their systems from hackers. I don't want to scare you, Gun, but you're probably already hacked. Now, what do I mean by that? I learned a little bit about you, that you currently don't have virus software on your computer, right? Okay, now here's the reality. How many times do you open up email attachments or browse web pages? Every day. You do it all the time, right?
Mhm.
Well, because you don't have antivirus software on your computer has already been hacked and you just don't know it. Now, why do you think hackers don't want you to know that you've been hacked?
Well, it keeps them hidden.
Why do
It,
they want to remain hidden?
the immediate response would be because it's illegal and it's a crime, and so they can explore more data and keep hacking.
Hackers want your banking information. They
Mm.
want the financial information about you, and they will eventually get into those systems unless you have created certain safeguards like two-factor authentication on your financial websites. Two-factor authentication is where you get like maybe a text message sent to your phone. So the other thing hackers are doing is they're recording your keystrokes. There's
Wow.
actually a saying, there's those that have been hacked and those that don't know that they have been hacked. There's only those two kinds of people and those two kinds of computers. A lot of people used to think that a Mac could not get hacked, but it's not true.
Wow, I guess
If you actually Google and you do some research, you will find lots of malware, lots of security vulnerabilities and threats that target the Mac operating system. So what can people do? They should set up two-factor authentication on all of the websites that include banking information, and they should always use a different password on every website. How can they use a different password on every website? Are they going to remember a different password for every website? No. So what do they need? They actually need a password vault. Something like LastPass or 1Password. There's lots of websites that actually can securely store these passwords. They should not store the password in their web browser.
Mm.
There's tools out there that I can use to get the passwords off your web browser. So you
Yeah.
should not store them in the web browser. You shouldn't cache them. So when the web browser says, "Do you want to save the password?" You should never do that. You should never hit yes, because we can actually, as hackers, get in there and pull that out.
What are some of the key indicators, without looking at my bank statement at all, that could mean that I may have possibly been hacked?
You will see your computer acting slightly differently. But to your point, many people will not know that they've been hacked until the money has left their account.
Mm.
And that's because hackers know that if they are too noisy in their activities, then they could be detected, and they don't want to be detected. That's why I was saying that, likely your computer's already been owned. Think about it this way. There's a style of attack called a watering hole attack. A watering hole attack is where an attacker might like plant malware on, let's say, like CNN.com or FoxNews.com, and maybe they've actually hacked the website, and they know people are going to be going to that website, and so now 1 million machines have visited that website, and they've all been compromised. Well, if 1 million machines have been compromised, Gun, how can one hacker take advantage of 1 million machines that have been hacked? It takes a lot of time, right? So what they might do is they might actually have all those machines send information back to the attacker. The attacker will then rank and prioritize, okay, these people based on their LinkedIn profile, these are bankers. I'm going to go hack those people. I'm not going to hack a student who very likely doesn't have a lot of money according to his LinkedIn profile. Maybe he's only been in working for a year. He's not going to have a lot of money saved up. So even though you've been hacked, your machine's been owned, it's not worth the hacker's time. They're not going to come after you.
Wow.
Now, in 10 years, when you made a lot of money, a lot of savings, now you're attractive to them. So a lot of times these hacking groups, there's several styles of them. There's nation state level groups, and then there's actually mafia gangs,
Yeah.
right? The mafia gangs will prioritize their time to go after people that have money.
Mm.